Okay, this is one of the first games I've played with my friend here, and I thought it was a pretty fun game. Pretty worth it to do a recording of. It was one of the most fun games I have, fun one versus one games I've had in a long time. So the previous game we played, he did a lot of air. He kind of spammed air. He had a bunch of gunships and then went for saucers. And I think because I knew he liked air, that I was a little biased already in my strategy. I knew I was going to be going mobile anti-air, so there's my double land factories, and I kind of expect them to build mainly air facilities. So, like I said, this was kind of a... I already knew what my strategy was going to be for this match. I knew I was going to have to fight an air battle. So, so I already knew that I was going to be getting anti-air turrets, anti-air mobile units, and fighters and stuff like that. And there's his first scout popping out. And he comes over just like that. And it was pretty funny. Just as he pops over, my air unit comes out, and they have a little air battle. So right now, I'm going to be using my fighter to scout his base, and I didn't know that he had went pure research station from the beginning. I didn't notice at first. I'm not too well versed with what exactly the buildings look like, so I didn't notice that at first. It was pretty interesting. I never really build research station right in the beginning. I like to build my units first, and then use combat my way up the tech tree. And there goes my fighter. But here's some of my anti-air guns should be coming out right now. One thing that I do notice is that he likes gunships too. So you'll see a lot of those in the late game. And one mistake I think I made was that I didn't really I didn't specialize. You'll see what I mean later on. I'm all over the tech tree. I'm not quite sure what he knows exactly about my base and what I'm doing, but I do know that that he's got those double air factories, and I don't know if he's building more, but I do know that he does know that he's gonna need some bombers to take out my my ground units. So I'm kind of expecting that. So I build I think my army comprised of, what was it, like 60% anti-air, and then like the rest of it was tanks. No, it was more like 75%. I actually don't even think it was enough. I should have went like 90%. So he's getting up a bunch of fighter bombers, and it's pretty impressive. He's already got shields on them. So it looks like he went straight for that in the tech tree. And in game, at this part right here, he told me that he told his units to attack, but they just chilled up top above my units and got shot at, so he retreated. Right now, the only reason I'm using this air factory is to pump out a scout every like minute or 2 or 3. But later on, I realized that anti-air's not cutting it because he's going gunships, so I end up building a bunch of fighters instead. But right now, the against his fighter bombers, my anti-air's doing decent, well enough. It's not in the early game of this game. We expected it to be a quicker game. I'm guessing that's why we didn't expand all that much. And I think this is where I made a crucial decision. Whereas he continued to go on this unit building spree, I decided to kind of take a break and expand. See, I totally forgot about this over here. I went and captured this island and got the 2 mass extractors, and that really helps me. And I send a fighter over here to check to see if he's got one over there. Eventually I go and plant one over there too, but that's not till the later game. So it's about 10 minutes in and I make my first attack. Not very impressive. It's actually pretty pathetic, but I didn't know what to expect from him. I was actually hoping to go on the defensive to wipe out his units before I attacked. But since he never really did attack, I guess I eventually went on the offensive and tried to wipe out some of his units. I don't think I did too badly there, except he concentrated on my anti-air. It looks, because they just got wiped out. So I tried to retreat, but it wasn't that good. I believe sometime soon I build some naval yards over near this island, and after the game he told me that was pretty much why I won the game, was because of what I do over there. But yeah, this is about the time I'm starting to add fighters to my army. I'm getting a little frame rate for some reason. But yeah, I'm expanding as fast as I can, capturing as many mass extractors, because I know that he's just chilling at his base. And look at him building those gunships. I don't like those things. They're really tough. And they're good against ground units, so anti-air is not that effective against them. You gotta go fighters, because they can't really shoot at fighters all that great. So now it's pretty much a Cold War right now, while we build up our forces. There was actually a long time where we didn't have any conflict, but I just chilled out there near the middle of the map, waiting to see if I can deflect his units from making a run on my base. Unfortunately, I totally